Hi, thank you for starting. This is a Link to the Past daily race. This is on Speed Gaming 2. We're playing Open, and this is a match between Windfox 470 and Radical Sniper. This is out of a pool of 9 other players. So it's open mode. It's just your standard. You start off being able to choose whatever you want. You don't have to go through escape as a requirement. You can go in. Obviously, you will have to go into escape if you want to get some items. But yeah, that's all it is. I'm going solo. I'm also going to try and track on side. So if I miss anything, feel free to yell at me. And we should be getting started relatively soon. So yeah, Windfox and Radical Sniper, you know them. They're the cream of the crop. Their Radical Sniper is coming off is currently in the divisional playoffs in the Link to the Past Randomizer Open League, and we are underway here. 20 rupees to start off in Link's house, and Radical Sniper are going to follow suit. Well, Windfox was on Farm Friends. That was actually a pretty nice. It was actually a really close battle between the number 1 seed and the number 2 seed. Unfortunately, they weren't able to make it to the playoffs, but they still end up in 3rd place, which is still really, really good. But yeah, these two are just some of the best runners within within the Open League. We're going to now see Uncle here. We have a heart piece. Also, thanks on my beer. Saying hi to me. We're saying they're doing a good job here. 10 arrows in the chest below. Going ahead and both players immediately saving and quitting. This is a typical start. This is one of the more common starts you'll see is that you'll go up to Uncle. You'll check tier 1, which wasn't anything in particular, as far as I can tell. We have our map check here. It looks like it was just all crystals. I'm gonna check my backlog just in case. Yeah, all crystals except that Hera is a 5/6. Okay, there we go. We get some early boots for both players, which is really nice. And we got a big 300 rupees out of the thief drop down. So that's also really good. So not only are we like going really fast, but we also do have 300. We do have some money for bottle vendor. We also have money to get some bombs later on. And Windfox is actually going to go ahead and spend a bit of time to check out the bonk rocks, which is fine. You have the boots as early as you got it. Radical Sniper not going to go in there do it just yet. We'll get rewarded with the flutes here. That means a quick activation for Windfox that X's up to the mountain as well. And we also get a powder from Radical Sniper here. And Moon Pearl. So far, those aren't too. That's actually good find there. Having the Moon Pearl, we do have a powder. No way to get to the magic bat yet with no hammer, but that is available to them a little bit earlier on if they get a hammer early. Another 300 rupees in the well, so we can cover Zora, and we also have the bottle vendor available, and we also have some spares for maybe the 50 rupees, but it just shouldn't matter because we already got bombs anyway. We also got our first sword off of the bottle vendor. Nothing really to report on with the chicken hot, just a hard piece. Windfox is going to go ahead and get that sword off of the bottle vendor, but will activate the flute first because the Windfox went ahead and did the bonk rocks first instead of Radical Sniper. So Radical won't get it until a little bit later on, probably after this play here. Maybe after if they're on the way over to the mountain. If he gets a glove. Nothing to the library. And just over 300 rupees, I believe. So there's a lot of 300s just sitting there. But it's fine. Radical's fine. He already has 600 rupees, so that's always a good sign to have. Now Radical Sniper is going to go ahead and do the South Shore checks, and that's another of your typical meta routes in this early game. Get a heart container out of the floodgate chest. Honestly, I don't know if that's just a little bit of a friendly nudge to the fact that I rolled awful seeds or what, saying that how nice the friendly seeds that he rolls. But now we're gonna go ahead and see Mini Moldorm Cave. Again, it's your typical start. Nothing really much to say here. Flute, to answer a question in chat from Fly Last Hope, awesome name by the way, was in the Bonk Rocks. Radical Sniper does not have it yet, but does have boots because the boots were in the mushroom spot. Because Windfox opted to go ahead and do, we also got our Master Sword as well, and gloves. So that does lead to. That could lead him back over to that flute. But yeah, the boots were in the mushroom. Windfox opted to go and do Bonk Rocks before Radical did, just before going into CAC, and got that flute from there. So now Windfox is going to go ahead and get the Master Sword and glove. And just 20 rupees in the Ice Rock Cave. Windfox is going to have a bit of a faster way over to Ice Rock Cave by way of the flute. And both players are going to set up for a water walk. This is pretty standard if you have boots. That is as early as you get it. Open boots, that even especially in that case. Just 20 rupees off of the Hylian Island, and not gonna go and check a hobo. This is one of a couple of things you would do if you're either going to go, if you don't feel, because there's two ways you can go about it with this set of equipment. Either Radical Sniper could have head over to hobo to first, or just and then set up a fake flipper there, because you can still get Waterfall Fairy with that Moon Pearl in hand, or you just skip entirely, which is what both players are doing, and that's also perfectly fine. The one thing about the hobo setup though is that you will get actually both sets too. You will get a water walk going, I believe. And we get the mirror from the Zora. So that's really nice. For once, the Zoro actually pays off. Radical Sniper are going to check the map here as well. And it's a nice early mirror. That's always nice to see. We now have backup escape from Radical Sniper. You don't have to spin a bomb here because you have boots. We get the lamp, so we now have logical AGA access. But it's also nice too because we did also see the small key, the sewer key. So Radical Sniper has that in logic. Both players have it in logic, so understandably, both players are heading over to Dark Cross. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Hammer on Ped. I think it's it really depends because we had 3 crystals in the light world. There's a high chance that the crystal could end up the pendant could be in pod, so it wouldn't be it would eliminate that possibility. Mountain is also the play that I would see now, and Radical Sniper I believe is gonna go ahead and interesting. Not gonna check Bonk Rocks. But we'll check Lumberjack Ledge. That's a medallion. That's a Bombos medallion. That is a little scary. Thievestown Recording Hammer. It gives you an item. It gives you 1 item. But there's the flute. Sorry, so we're good. We're good. So I guess the call was for Radical Sniper to just go ahead and check Lumberjack first, and then go and do Bonk Rocks, which is fine. That's a reasonable call. We get blue mail from the Boomerang chest, and just opting to stop after that. Now this is an interesting call because I also believe we also saw a shield, so from Swin Fox, so so this is an interesting call because leaving on Zelda Cell when you have boots and mirror is kind of risky because if Radical Sniper goes back all the way through. Or, I guess the one thing... Oh, no, wait, I'm dumb. I just realized it's the map. It's the map. I completely blanked. Zelda Cell's the map, so never mind. Forget me. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't counting items, so that's on me. So both players on the mountain, we do have mirror. We have mirror, we can go ahead and finish up Hera. There's 2 items there. We have, we have level 3 sword, tempered, inside Spec Rock, which is something that Windfox is going to immediately get. So will, Radical Sniper. The sharp difference between Master and Tempered is like night and day. Or the difference between is night and day. And Windfox is going to attempt to hover. Didn't get far though. It's actually, it's funny because I recently I got my hands on a Super NT for my birthday, and I actually recently broke it. I was actually practicing hovering like before, like I think just last night and a little bit into the morning. It's actually a lot easier to hover on an actual console than it is in the emulator. It's mainly just hardware implementation for the emulator side, and then Super NT is just an FPGA based recreation of a Super Nintendo. So there you go. We now we're in Hera. We get the big key, and it goes in that nice peg prison. But no hookshot, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to go up the mount. We're gonna have to go up to up a tower. Windfox saving a little bit of time on Windfox because of mirroring instead of walking down. I believe it's faster. Correct me if I'm wrong. Get our small key. Probably about even. All right, that's okay. So we are in a 50-50 now. Or no, wait, are we 50? No, it's not 50-50 anymore. It's because we got map in the lobby, and we got the big chest has a compass, so it's not a 50-50. We have to kill not only Moldorm, but we also have, which we're gonna have to do anyway. But we also have to go into Hera basement, so there's no 50-50 here. Which is this is an easy fight anyway. Both striking first blood. Windfox will get first blood priority here, but we get bow out of that. So that does open up east. That opens up Eastern. So you have first blood going to Windfox just by about a second or so. And both are going to go into, both are heading down to Hera basement. That's fine. Yeah, this is perfectly reasonable. You have both items are there. Almost got Windfox almost getting hit by the tile and would break out of that. Windfox or Radical Sniper rather didn't get the copper bricks and now has to do the more annoying method. Or is... Okay. I'm guessing he doesn't... I guess Windfox just slashing him just for reasons. Both get out at the same time, though. And they get the hammer out of it! So, it's funny, because I was reading what, Yeah. sorry, Trix. Sorry, Ragnarok. You would get. Yeah, it would be a horrible thing for you, because that would be a hammer. So that's Darkwood access, and we also have access to East Mountain. I mean, yeah, it is totally defensible, and it's a defensible skip. It's not the worst. It's not, but it does feel awful. If you skip it and it ends up being required, it feels awful. Because it picture this: if Eastern was a miss, then that opens up a couple of things, and you would be a little bit late. It opens up Dark World access, and you'd be a little late to that hammer. So now that doesn't mean that Agus is not dead yet, because we do have that bombos on the lumberjack. So just throwing it out there. We also have a cape, bug net, and that's about it. So now we're going to Dark World access. We're going to now to Dark World, both heading into Flute Spot 5. Again, perfectly reasonable. They're practically both players are just practically in lockstep. All right. On the whole right side is just covered up with we have Ice Palace as a crystal, Pendant Thieves, Pendant Pod, and Pendant T-Rock. Oh, and also Meyer is a 5/6. Both heading over to Slosh Ross Hut. Again, practically in lockstep with each other. Nothing else to report. It probably would have been Eastern, Mr. Angry Pants. Because we get the bow off of Moldorm. So Radical Sniper got the little juke for Kiki, while just Windfox just opted to just not go not bother. It just saves a little bit of time. But here we have our first divergence, first major divergence for that matter. We're going to see Pendant Thievesound Pendant Pod from Windfox, and we're seeing the perfectly understandable Crystal Eastern from Radical Sniper. Yeah, this is what that's kind of what I was kind of getting at. If Mitz ends up being an Eastern, then that makes it's pretty rough. For those who end up skipping, ends up skipping that Hammer and Hera basement, or Hammer and Hera basement. Yeah. Because you're gonna be late to it, and you'll feel really awful. You feel really awful about it once you find it. I mean, it could get worse if the myths end up being leads into more progression. But we'll see. We have 3 keys so far in this front. 3 keys so far. I think we got 4. I think we have 4 in total. I haven't been counting. You have to have at least. I think it's a minimum of 4 keys. I believe. I don't remember the specific number in the front. Up to a maximum of 6. I have seen 6, by the way. It's very rare, though. So we did get... Yeah, minimum 4, up to 6. Yeah, I know my pod key logic. Yeah, it's not the pod point hasn't paid out yet, at least in the front, but we don't. It's not in the front. We won't know until we actually get the remaining in the back. Radical Sniper facing Armos Knights, setting up for a quick kill. Looks like he's got it. The Armos just slipped away. Probably hadn't gone to the left yet. Crystal number 2 for Radical Sniper. Okay, we're gonna have to see Harmos Hellway because we got that third key. We got our 6th key there. Big key. All right. Windfox opting to go ahead and just do the NMG diver hammer yum. I would. I think it's the. I think there's an item there. I think now that pretty much confirms there's an item there. I think. Also, we got Hype Cave from Radical Sniper. We got the other male. Oh, hook shots. Ooh. That's spicy. And yeah, it's because ice storm's required. That is spicy. Now, and Radical Sniper just opted to bail out of Panda Pod. Understandable, because who doesn't enjoy going to Panda Pod? Like, wait, no. Who doesn't not enjoy going to Panda Pod? Yeah, that's interesting. And yeah, and there is still that item on Helma. So that build from Windfox is kind of I feel it's not. I don't think it's a great thing, but it is something to keep in mind. Yeah, Radical Sniper is gonna have a lot of issue. Is gonna leave that hook shot out for a long time. Though conversely, if Radical Sniper goes independent pod and wants to go all the way through to fight Helma, he could get an item that Windfox end up skipping. But we won't know until Radical Sniper ends up hitting independent pod, whenever that is. We will see the magic bat check though. Ends up being Ice Rod, which isn't necessary, considering that we have Turtlerock as a pendant. Or is that Fire Rat? I can't tell from my end. I'm pretty sure it's Ice Rod though. So I saw something blue. Alright, Windfox heading into that Armos fight. Shot to the left. Okay, good. It was Ice Rod. My eyes don't deceive me. So that is now crystal number 2 for Windfox. And I forgot to mark. Oh, did the tracker eat up the hammer pickup? You gotta realize I'm not only common, but I'm also tracking. So this is just my the fact that the tracker ate up the input is just like, just business. we get a heart piece out of or heart container rather, from the treasure game. So you going to C-shaped house next. Do not dash 6 times. Radical Cyber knows not to do that, but dashing 6 times only it loses time. It's also completely unnecessary. Red mail for Windfox. But yeah, if you dashing 6 times, I believe, actually ends up losing time because you're doing unnecessary dashes. Right? No, you're not late at all. We're just you're tuning into a pretty exciting one. So Windfox ends up getting yeah, the wind up that it's the wind up for charging up a dash is what loses time if you do 6. So generally you'll see two dashes like going vertically. But anyway, you have a little bit of a spicy thing going on here. We have Windfox with a hook shot in Pendant Pod, and Radical Sniper has opted not to go in there, which is perfectly understandable because Pendant Pod is not a fun dungeon to go through. Most runners will opt to skip it because it takes too long. And if it's not a green pendant, then if it's not the green pendant, then it's more incentive not to go in there. Using the cape to get through the hellway, I think you were in the right position. So, okay, we have bombs in the attic. Windfox is going to get the ice rod here. And yeah, with that pendant pod in play, I mean, it was already would not have had hammer anyway. Even if we didn't find it in Hero Basement, so. But fire on a pedestal is actually not likely because we have Turtle Rock as a pendant. Right? No, it's actually impossible because it's not likely. It's impossible because of that Turtle Rock pendant. Tenno's out of the big chest. Yeah, but it's also that is it. Pretty much the only thing that could really have me on pad at this point is that Meyer medallion. Yes, if you want to be evil, if you want to be really evil, as not David Lynch says, you put the Turtle Rock, you put the bombos, you put the Meyer medallion on the pedestal. And the Turtle Rock pendant is bombos. However, to add on to it, bombos requiring I think the bombos requires just I don't know. It can't be hookshot, for one thing. It can't be flippers. Yeah, because that's also the thing. You either just it's either bombos for Meyer Medallion, but for Aga, or if it's not that, then it bombos for Fire on Ice Palace. Yeah, yeah. And if you really wanted to throw a Shut Lore book on there, just add a bit extra fetch quest to it. You know, just typical chat theorization. Again, nothing against the chat. I want to stress that. All right, Radical Sniper going to go ahead and do we have Graveyard Ledge. That's just a heart piece. We'll also do King's Tomb. Yes, I mean it's already it is spicy. The seed's already spicy as it is with that hookshot being in Pinnipod in the top right of the Dark Maze. Nothing out of King's Tomb either. I should probably should have marked off the Thieves Town clear for Radical Sniper because he already did that. So we're going to see a Skull Woods play from Radical Sniper. This is fine. No, you can't clear it obviously because you don't have enough Fire Red. Oh, that's also another thing. If Turtle Rock ends up being the bombos for Aga, another reason for that is if the Fire Rod, you need the Fire Rod for Skull Woods, not just Ice Palace. Now there's something evil. I have the right to say this kind of stuff because I'm the one who rolls really awful seeds. Was even left? I don't know. We did most of the stuff that we could have done. We haven't seen Agina. We didn't see the. I didn't see the desert. We didn't see the desert ledge. We did. I think pyramid ledge was also not checked. Oh, did we get a bottle? I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, oh, okay. So Radical Sniper did get a bottle, so that does lead to something. Yeah, that was Skull Wood, so we're gonna go see that now. And it leads to a single arrow. It's a number 30 for Windfox, by the way. Didn't get this script. I think Windfox must have I think Windfox got off script somewhere along that line. Pyramid Ledge. Desert Ledge doesn't have anything, and we're gonna see Agina coming up here. Now this is one check that most runners will put off for a while, or some people will just go in immediately. There's no like definitive answer for this. Just bombs though. So, I think... We don't have a book. Zora had the mirror, which was required to get into, which was required to get the hammer. Oh, Spike Cave. Okay, that's fine. And we had not seen Catfish. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with the Spike Cave play. Just a hard piece though. I also had a fairy in a bottle too. Which that bottle had a fairy in it, so that's good. Oh, and okay, so now Radical Sniper is heading into Pod. So this will give him the hook shots. Now the question really now becomes, if once he gets the hook shot, does he continue to Helma, or does he also bail out of it and fall in that same situation from earlier? Nothing on Bumper Ledge. We did see it from Radical Sniper as well. This is I'm seeing it for myself. But yeah, it's just this call that you have to make now. You're feeling a little bit bad about the hook shot at this point. Once you get it, I wouldn't say you feel behind. You would just feel you would just be pretty disgusting. Because you'd be going, oh, that's pretty rude. You wouldn't feel behind though. There's still a lot of game to be played. So, Windfox gets the information that there's nothing out of these checks. So will we see Catfish here? Oh, are we setting up for current jump? Are we setting up for current jump? Looks like we're doing it. Heck yeah, let's go. First try. So we're seeing Catfish here. This might lead Windfox back into Pod. Who knows? It's unlikely, but there's that flicker of hope in me that's saying that it could lead to it. Just bombs. So, and Windfox is opting not to go to it. Okay, so just still adamant on the no Helma call. That, or probably checking Sickit, then going into Helma. Because this is fine. Gets a single error off of that. No, we're okay. No, still holding off the Helma play. Yeah, it just Helma or Pyramid Ledge. The two might end up converging, actually. Well, no, who knows? Radical Sniper will get the hook shot coming up here. No, we're still adamant on this no Helma call. That are well, honestly, I get why Windfox is doing this. He still has a lot of checks to do, but here goes. Here's the Helma. Here's the Helma play. Okay, yeah, Spike here. So Windfox will be a little bit behind from We'll be a little bit behind Radical, because we're gonna see the call. They're gonna see the Spike Cave play, which didn't lead to anything. This will end up leading Windfox into either Helma or Pyramid Ledge. Either one of those two. Yeah, and we can't do hook shot because no minutes. Okay, now we're seeing it. So there's no convergence, but we are now essentially steering in on that Helma call, with Radical Sniper being slightly ahead here, or actually being ahead in this. Oh, are we not going to do it? So we're seeing Pyramid Ledge. Windfox, stop beating me into think you're doing Helma. I mean, you're great, man, but jeez. Playing tricks on me. Okay, so it has to be Helma. And yet we're still not going to Helma. Windfox is giving up some time to Radical Sniper in this case. So whatever this is, we're gonna see this from Radical Sniper. It is the mitts. So now we can do Hookshot Cave, and we also get to see the medallions. And Windfox gets information about the bombos. So, in this case, this opens up a lot more, tons of checks for Radical Sniper, and it'll feel really bad for Windfox, because this will be our last location for Windfox, because he ended up opting just to go and checking the other things other than Helma, while Radical Sniper just went ahead and signal dipped Pendant Pot. Is that bombos for Meyer? Phase saying it's an Aga seed that is confirmed to be a bombo, so we have to kill Aga. Fortunately for Radical Sniper, he does have the information. And both players for that matter. So routing this in won't be too awful once he gets into go mode. Or if he goes into go mode, and rather if he goes into go mode or he's a fire away from go. So yeah, Windfox is gonna go ahead and finish up Helma. Should probably mark up Helma as as the clear. There's the big key for Radical Sniper and Desert. And oh yeah, and there's the red boomerang, the Meyer shed. Arguably the better boomerang, because you get to splash ability. Come on, Tracker. copper of me. Oh, and yeah, and that hook shot ended up being bow locked, as Homemade Beer points out. So it only makes sense for Radical Sniper to just to go in there. And so this would feel really awful for Windfox as soon as he gets it. Here's Quake. That doesn't that only makes it a bit of, I guess, a bit of an insult. It's like the C could have been like you wanted Quake for this, yeah, under the doorstep. No, you're gonna have to kill Aga. Metz is on hell mode. We're coming. Windfox is going to get that pretty soon. Yeah, and this is painful because like this feels pretty bad for Windfox because considering he bailed out of it earlier, and that was my fear from earlier. What if there was an item there? At least, well, to be and in that case, it ended up being the last location. So the pain is still there, but it doesn't feel good because Radical Sniper ended up single dipping Pod, while Windfox had the double dip. Yeah, and with the fact that the Bombos is required on Lumberjack Ledge means that this feels especially awful for Windfox. Yeah, and this as David Leitch was pointing out too, this is a very thorough state. And yes, Lumberjack Windfox did skate at Lumberjack. This was during a which ended up having last locationing. He ended up last locationing Helma for that. Whereas Radical Sniper had gotten that information before getting the flute. So this, for Windfox, this feels awful. And it looks like we're just gonna go ahead and just kill Aga here for Radical Sniper. Which is fine. That's perfectly reasonable. Well, we're gonna first check the remaining 2 checks here, which is, again, that's totally fine. We'll get red meal from Boomerang chest. I should also probably mark off the shield as well, since both shields, for that matter. For those who are tuning in, I'm just completely soloing this. I'm not only commenting this, but I'm also tracking it. There it is. Radical Sniper is going to get is going to get that map out of Zelda Cell. Which honestly, given that you're a little bit earlier into given that you're kind of late to the front of a stave and you're heading down to Eastern, you're heading down there anyway. I totally understand. You may have forgotten about. I totally get that you may have forgot that Zelda Cell has the map. That I can forgive. So we're now going to see the Aga play, and this only makes sense because you don't have anything else left to do. You're looking for Flip's Fire Rod Cane at this point for go. You're gonna get the bomb. You're gonna clear Aga Tower. You're going to finish up. You're gonna get the Bombos. and that will have your that has to have your key here. Yeah, I'm putting them on main show. This is everything except for setting it up. That was Drossy's doing. Crystal number 4 for Windfox. I guess yeah, so nothing really much to say here. Windfox's Radical Sniper going through Aga Tower. It doesn't feel good to have to do it, but this requires you. You're going to have to do it anyway. Here's the Quake for Windfox. Again, it feels like a bit of an insult to Windfox, considering that the Bombos is on there, and now you gotta clear this up. The only difference is that Windfox will just hit straight Aga, and yeah, and as Casual Gamer New York is saying, Radical Sniper will get the pyramid check along the way, which is fine. All right. 0 to 15 blue balls. Go ahead and put your guesses in there. I'm sticking with 3 because that's the average. So we got an 8, we got a 7, 2 3s, we got a 9. All the blue balls, according to Star Fox. Yeah. On average, there's about 3. On average, most seeds will get 3 blue balls. There's 1. You're going for the dash net strats. Let's go. Oh yeah, I think does using the net actually reduce lag? Because I know if you hold the Mindium's saying 22. It's not. But this isn't GT Big Key. It's blue ball guessing. I was kind of wondering because it feels like you could. It feels like you could reduce lag because I know if you hold the wall when you have a shield, you reduce the lag. I thought it would work the same way for the net. I haven't been kept track. There's a lot of blue balls going across the table here. Seven. That looks like it's 7. So that ended up being 7. In which Zero Key was the one who got 7. That absolute mad lad. And Windfox is also going to get that 7 blue balls because the Aga fight is seeded. Both Aga fights and the Ganon fight are seeded for the first round. If you die, then it's completely random. Lumberjack Ledge has bombos, and which is required for Meyer. To answer CS Tutor. And for the record, I did not roll this. This was Drossy's doing. Oh, he missed the blue ball? Ah. Oh, that's true. That's true. I think it doesn't matter though, because I don't know. Get another count, just in case, just to make sure I'm not crazy. There was that extra hit from Radical Sniper that. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. But we're now seeing the Dark Death Mountain play from Radical Sniper. I think that was also 7, because there was the 2 regulars that he hit to offset. So yeah, because I know he missed. I know Radical's never missed one. There's book, by the way. We're going to see Hookshot Cave now. Windfox is going to immediately get the bombos. I think this is the call to shovel too. Ugh. And at least Flippers is there. So we're seeing divergence here, I think, because Windfox is going to get the bombos. I would assume this is going to lead into Meyer. Alright, here's the Ether Tablet check. Leading to Vanilla Ether. What do you know? What do you know? It is purely vanilla. Did we see Turtle Rock as well? The Turtle Rock medallion? Because I didn't see it. Okay, double check. Yeah, okay. We didn't see it. Okay, good. Just want to make sure. We're seeing now the Smith chain check for Windfox, and Radical Sniper is going to head into Swamp Palace, following the Flippers, which is fine. You can clear this. Just bombs in the Hammer Pigs. Yeah, that Laser Bridge Fire Rod, Turtle Rock Laser Bridge Fire Rod. I mean. Okay, dude. We were joking earlier about like the Fire Rod being like on bombos or something like what it was on Ped, which can't be the case anymore. But now it's starting to look like it's definitely looking like the case. There's a good case for Fire Rod Laser Bridge, or Fire Rod Ice Palace too. I mean, I've come worse than Laser Ridge Fire Rod as well, Ruby. I'm just saying. Yeah, I recall hearing about that, Ruby. There's never a bottle for purple chest. There's a bee in, with just a bee in it. Ugh. If it's not a good bee, toss it. I feel bad for Westside Vandal and Mamera for that. Oh, that would be really fun if it's a daily, so I don't know how the logistics behind doing that would work. Like, do like 2 people get crowd control, or what? It's probably not. It's very unlikely. That's just the problem with doing a daily crowd control, because you can't really you can't really do something like that with like with it being community race. You'd have to. That's why you need like 2 people for crowd control to begin with. All right, we have. Oh my. Oh, the vanilla ether is required for Turtle Rock. As if that wasn't already stupid. And there's the Cancer Mario. Nice. Cancer Mario in Swamp Palace. When you were forced to do a bomb diver down. And if you can't do bomb diver down, then you feel absolutely awful because you can't do diver down because you. And again, I did not roll this. There's flippers. There's flippers for Wind Fox. There's the shovel as well. It could be on video as well too, for which is the more reasonable call. If the game was programmed to have an item on Pen and Turtle Rock, then we would have problems. There's Vanilla Ether, and he's just like, wow, really? I mean that's. I mean we're. I guess Jossie and I are kindred spirits. Speaking of which, definitely follow. Oh, the bots hands aren't working. But follow Windfox and Windfox and Radical Sniper. They're putting on an absolute great performance. I'm Professor Renderer. I'm the one who's calming this madness and also tracking it. I'm purely solo. Definitely give me a follow as well. I'm a scientist bear that does stuff. Play other games too, but yeah, give me a follow. Just I appreciate it. Because I try my best. I will give credit here. This is definitely a very interesting save. Like this is it's awful, but it's also very intriguing. Very intriguing. We're gonna see Left Side Swamp for Radical Sniper. It is a seed. Yeah, that I'm gonna echo what Ruby said. It is a seed. CS2, you know that would require me to. Bombos was on Lumberjack Ledge, and yeah, I was exactly what I was gonna say, Ruby. Ruby and straight up said I would need to ask Big Dunka to give me access to Lazy Kid, and just so I can automatically roll seeds. And I'm just a runner, so. I'm not a bot creator. I didn't the input. I completely forgot about it, and then it just threw me an error, so I have to reset it. No, reset my thing. Great. Let me try and let me try something here, so I can keep the bot commands going. There we go. There we go. Now you can follow the runners and myself. It shows up double because I'm flying solo. So we're seeing the all important Meyer play. If Fire Rod is here, that's go mode. Otherwise, we're gonna have to deal with a Turtle Rock, a Fire Rodless Turtle Rock, and that is going to be very, very disgusting. Or Green Pen and Ice, that too. Which can actually have which Green Pen can have the Fire Rod, because Bombos can melt the shell, and not also kill the freeze ores. At least like the good thing out of this is that icebreakers is possible. I don't think Radical did the Smith chain. I could be wrong though. Because I'm because this has definitely been a trip. There's half magic. Always welcome to see. And Windfox is going to go ahead and not do bomb diver down. And this is what I was referring to earlier. It's gonna feel really it's gonna be very rude to see it. Windfox will be like, that's really rude. Bomb diver down is not that hard. Just saying. There's Kane. I don't know. That's true. I mean, if Windfox is not comfortable doing it with a race, that's totally understandable. I mean, I wouldn't hold it against. I don't hold it against any runner if they don't feel comfortable doing it in a race setting. It's just the case that it's like it's pretty simple to pull off, but if it's in a race setting, then if you're still learning it, the amount of time you put into it, the amount of time you put into it, like trying to set it up, could actually hurt you. Oh yeah, and Blind Chaos making a point there. Radicals is skipping the cutscene chest. He's hoping it doesn't have an item on it. And at least with the half magic, we get to do this play here, this thing where we just spin at the eyes. Didn't really need to use it though, since it wasn't really necessary. Oh, it is cutscene chest. Okay. So Windfox is heading into Mire. It's crystal number 6 for Radical Sniper. We also have access to Pyramid Fairy by extension. That's something we completely forgot about. Pyramid Fairy is also in play. Simultaneous exits of Mire 2 practically in sync up until the divergence. Or not practically in sync, just straight up in sync. You love to see it. With no fire rod, you have to do this with the lamp. Which is, I prefer to set it up. It's more just rune transitions, but I don't want to do it. Like I mostly just because I feel like I'm gonna run out of time if I do it like all in one go. I think you have a good chunk of time to do it this way. Yeah, because I should also mention too, the fire rock can't be on Ped because the turtle rock's required. Ped's completely dead. Unless it is Ped. I mean, it's never Ped until it is. Basically. Because you every time you like a runner, it's like it's never Ped. It's not Ped, and then until they read it, it's like, oh, it's a Ped, and if it's a Ped say, it's like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So it ended up not being there. Not a nice palace. Or it was the second. Was it the second bow? Or I don't know. I mean, there's a good reason why people don't want to don't want to get the mirror shield. I believe it's more lag, or it's shield in general causes lag. Yeah, that's my thoughts. Shield in general. Right, yeah. It for those who aren't so for those who don't who aren't really all like aren't like kind of astute with the whole shield thing may assume that it's like, oh, the mirror shield is like causing more lag. It's just the shield in general. That too, as Adelar pointed out, it's just the mirror shield obscures your sprite so much. Alright, we got crystal number 6 for Windfox. No, it's just any shields will cause lag. I believe it's vanilla behavior and not random specific. And I believe we're both going to see Pyramid Fairy. Windfox ended up just beating back up with Radical Sniper, still close by. And with this being an Agassi, we could just mirror and take the castle portal. And we did, and oh, did we also skip? Did Windfox also not go cutscene and just completely skip it? Because if that does save in time because it's nothing. There's Fire Out in its go mode at 120.55. So this is actually close. Radical Sniper close it is still ahead, but it is getting closer. So also, Windfox now in go mode 120-121. This will be a really quick Skull Woods because what we gotta do is hit to the back, and we're good. It is close. They've been in lockstep for most of the seed, and this definitely now feels like it's gonna be a GT routing decision. I would think. Both had their trials and tribulations. Radical Sniper was late to the flute earlier on, and then Windfox was late to the hook shot late. Radical Sniper was late to the hook shot, but also got the mitts. Windfox was late to the mitts, and it was it was pretty much a back and forth cycle. And it was also the Smith and both players doing Smiths. Windfox doing it later than Radical Sniper. Basically, they traded blows throughout, and it's now just culminating in this final dungeon clear. Could either be an execution game, or it could be a GT routing game. Radical Sniper having a little bit trouble with the Modula flights, because you can't hit Modula while she's on the spikes, because it will register as a tier 4 hit, and tier 4 hits are negated by Modula for some reason, because the game is programmed really nicely. And wow! Windfox getting the quick kill, and they're now right neck and neck. As if it wasn't already close enough. We have got 7 crystals in hand. there's 21 chests in a single torch to make up a total of 22 possible locations for GT. One of them has a big key. Put your guesses in chat where the big key will be. I'm gonna take part actually. I don't usually do it, but I'm gonna say 7. Yeah, it's either gonna come down to RNG with the dead rocks or what. Like, I mean, there's one case right there, dead rock for Windfox, but wasn't completely dead rocked. Yeah, but it's still close. It is still stupid close. And there hasn't been any finishers yet either. No forfeits as well. So this is still close. This could either be top seed, like top cut, or podium. We'll see we'll get the final results when we get to it. But this is, I mentioned this earlier. Both of them were practically near the top of their respective divisions in Open League. Windfox just barely, Windfox and Farmwind barely missing out on the open playoffs. Getting 3rd place is still not bad though. Radical Sniper is in the divisional finals, with his team JK Lol. So they're definitely some of the best runners in this game that this game has. Guesses are now closed. We are going to see what routes they will take. Radical Sniper goes right. Radical Sniper, Windfox goes left. We get a small key. We have cane in hand. Big key on the torch. Windfox is ahead. And you're just grab the big key and run. We're gonna go off of I believe Radical Sniper got first, so it was Radical Sniper I believe was first, so we're going off of Radical Sniper's time. So we're already 2 in. This is 3. This is 3 through 6, 4, 5, 6. So that would be number 7. And in that case, I win. Good on me. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if it was fixed. I mean, I just said 7 and I just happened to get it. It's a 1 in 22 shots. I wouldn't go Willy Wonka and say you get nothing, you lose, good day, sir. I'll just straight up say it. Everyone wins. Everyone wins. Good on them. They play the game. It's just lucky number 7. 7 blue balls, 7, and 7 big key is literally just jackpot. Although if it was July 7th, it's like that would have been even more funnier. Like, what are the chances of that happening? At that point, you would have to vet a seed on July 7th and play it. Like, you would have to vet a seed for July 7th. That is 7 blue balls. 7 check number 7 for either left or right. I don't know. I'm just kind of doing random hypothesizing. So Windfox will have to get a key here, but that's fine. He's ahead of Windfox now. Or, he's ahead of Windfox. He's ahead of Reticle Sniper. Oh, and then you have to have like a high cave that's like roughly 7 out of 10. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know. That's definitely something they had to bet. Again, I don't know. We are not going to see the 4 checks from Windfox, which is fine. Tempered Sword, Silverless is as good as you can get. Silver is only, in this case, won't save any time. Maybe check Wildorn 2? Oh, we'll get an extra check. We'll get this one check here. That's fine. Maybe won't check a Wildorn 2? Windfox is always ahead of Windfox. Windfox is ahead of Reticle Sniper. Yeah, it ended up with Reticle Sniper had a lot of trouble with his Mopula fight. Well, Windfox just got the quick kill. They ended up having the crystals at the same time. And hey, it's Vanilla Wildorn too, so there you go. I mean, in this case, if Windfox wants to find silvers in this case, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. But either way, both runners can do some Tempered Sword Silverless. Like it's not like it's the worst thing. This is the perfect triple setup, and Naga cooperates. And I don't believe we saw both bows. Get the one. Here's a thought. What if it was on pedestal? That would have been the most funniest way to go out for this stupid seed. Or even more funnier, the silver is being in GT, because it always is. Specifically the basements, or the first two. I don't know if we saw the first two of the top 4. I don't know if we saw that for Reticle Sniper, but I don't think we saw it. Alright, what does Gan say? Of course the silver's always in GT! I keep saying this. It's always in GT. That's a fireball. That's a fire spit. Fire bat hit. At least Windfox wasn't on the edge there of the platform, because you hold a direction. If you hold a direction, you get hit by a fire bat. You go in the opposite direction of it. I'll catch up. Silver's were in GT at CS Tutor. Because of course it is. It's always in GT. The Reticle Sniper also gets that information. Well, Windfox will get the job done. GG's in the chat for Windfox. Is going to go ahead and cross that bridge, finishing first on the restream with an official race time of 1:33.22, good enough for 3rd place overall, with Shire finishing first at 1:25.48 and Hayfield Bay finishing 1:31.22. pretty. This was one stupid seed, and I feel I look. I'm known to roll bad seeds, but like, jeez. Also, GG's in the chat for Radical Sniper. Also across the bridge. And we'll do so with a official race time of 1:34.10 in 4th place. So again, close is really close seed. Really close race overall. And yeah, this is like no surprise. They are some of the two best runners, like some of the best runners we have on hand here. Like, full stop. And we have both Jesse, Radical Sniper, and Windfox in. And here's Windfox coming in. Let's get both of you. GG's to both of you.
GG.
This was a stupid seed.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Yeah. And I didn't roll this. Blame Drosy.
I don't blame anybody for seed rolling. Why would I do that?
I don't know. I mean, unless you blame Dante. But anyway, so give both of you get your thoughts on the seed. Also, hopefully, Windfox, are you there?
There we go. I'm here.
There you go. All right, both of you guys get your thoughts on the seed, because like I want to hear one.
I was laughing the whole time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This was the chat's meme dream scene there.
Yeah, I mean, here's one thing. Both of you had traded pretty awful last locations. Namely, the one that stuck out in my mind was the hook shot for Radical Sniper, which ended up being the mitts for Radical Sniper. That ended up being having going back into a last location Helma for Windfox for those flippers. I want to see it. How did you guys feel about those? Do you feel like it was just awful? Like, do you feel like a little bit bad? Did you feel behind, or?
I felt good, honestly. You find like going back in for the hammer, I was like, cool. It means I get to full clear the mountain, the light mountain. It's good. And then I was like, you know what? We'll go do Eastern Pod. And I didn't check Dark World. Like, maybe I should have checked the Dark World map before going into when I went into the Dark Mountain to get to Hera. And I was just like, eh. And then I see it was a pennant. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have plenty to do. I don't care to do pod right now. I'll still open it. So I didn't feel bad about it. The whole thing is just like the constant, churn. I'm like, okay, there's a medallion on Lumberjack. Somebody's gonna be baited, into an early play of that. It's still got a chance, but it doesn't exist right now. Let me play what I can. And, and then I go, and then it's hookshot, and then I get the mitts, and I'm like, even better. Hookshot sends somebody to West Dark World and to East Death Mountain. They're gonna even less likely hit those mitts. So I felt good, actually. It's just like I cleared so much after that.
See, for me, last locating those mitts actually felt good because that restricted what checks I had until I found them.
Yeah.
So I knew, when I found them, I was like, well, all I had left was Mire/Desert, Dark Death Mountain, and Smith's Chain. And that was it. Because I didn't have the bombos yet from Lumberjack. I didn't have the Fire Ride yet, so I was just like, well, it's unlikely I'm going to ice this seed.
Yeah, no, and I was in the same spot. Like, I think mitts in general being that far behind everything wasn't too bad. It was just, I felt I overcleared. Like, going back into Mire, going back into Swamp, checking just so many extra things along the way. and deciding, maybe I like chat enough to do a bugnet aga a little bit. I don't know why I like chat enough to do that.
Mm-hmm. And I can get what WinFox was thinking, because the fact that the MITs end up restricting that much checks is actually pretty good. Yeah, I don't know what else really to say. It was kind of funny because we were talking in chat. I was talking to chat. It ended up being a situation where 7 blue balls for Aga, 7 because Jesse Radicals never went first, and
I might have hit an energy ball wrongly with the bug net and had an extra shot. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, it was still end up seeing 7 because
I know.
Because it was the 2 offset, so the 2 blue balls off, the 2 regular balls offset, so and there was the 7 because just Radicals never went first into GT before WinFox. That would have been the torch on the big heat on the torch would have been number 7 for Radical Sniper, and then WinFox was first, so GT routing came through with that one. So it was a 7. It was 7 blue balls, the 7 check for GT Big E. Now what? Is it like, when is it going to be like June, like July 7th? And you need, I'm like, okay, now you have to okay, I'm like, you got to vet that. At that point, you got to vet it. But yeah, it was a good seed overall. You two played really well, and I mean, you two. I mean, I thought from the Open League performance that you two have, this was it's no surprise, But yeah, final thoughts on this before we wrap things up.
Thanks, Render, and I don't know who was tracking today, but yeah, thanks for whoever was also doing the tracker. Was it you, Render, doing both?
It was me.
Awesome. Thank you for doing double duty today.
Yeah, let's go.
Gaming.
Yeah,
it's cool to have the dailies back on Restream. And I needed just something to kind of have fun with today.
Yeah,
so
I totally get it. Totally understand. Yeah, I don't have.
Yeah, I've got playoff race tomorrow for League, so tomorrow for League. So I'm kind of like, I didn't want to run my playoff mode today. I was just like, let's have a chill open seed. This is great.
Yeah, this is. I mean, this is perfect for this kind of time and yeah. And what about you, WinFox?
Yeah, thanks for double duty this race. Thanks, Be Gaming, for getting, like just said, just to reiterate what he said, just getting these dailies back on the Restream and everyone having fun. And low key, my goal was to beat Jesse, and did that.
Yeah. Ooh, I smell a rivalry.
No, the thing was, start of the season, like Wind and I were both on Wisdom Pendant. And like the whole thought was like, oh, maybe we can get if we get to meet up in playoffs or something. And then like, unfortunately, somebody's team and so it didn't get to happen. So
no, I don't know. We choked.
It was me. It was words. It was our team, and then it was my team, and then it happened to be, I think, Farm Friends that got swept. I got swept. And I blame a cold stare, a Fighter Star cold stare on Desert Palace that cost poor Chad 21 deaths. Yeah. Speaking of, currently on Speed Gaming, we have an Open League playoff match in progress. Retro Redfield versus Matcap. They're playing in Vroja. This is their power match. It is game 2. Definitely want to check it out after this. Follow the runners and myself pulling up double duty. But yeah, until then, take it easy, everybody, and have a good day.